All rise. Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1035, Smith case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Smith, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, good morning. I come here today to try to get his child support raised.
Okay.
We have one child, and I believe that he has some income that he's actually not reporting. We kind of try to make it work not too long ago, and when I was at his house, I found a bunch of pornographic movies.
What do you mean make it work?
We've been separated for a long time. Our son's 11.
Okay.
But we kind of got back together, and he has a bunch of like pornographic movies in his house.
I'm afraid you're going to stab yourself in the eye with that thing.
Sorry.
I just don't want you to do that.
He's the main character on the movies with all these different women, and he is saying that he's that I can't be mad at him. It's not cheating if he's making porn, and some of them are in our bed. And I said, well, it doesn't work like that. You can't, just because you're filming doesn't mean it's not cheating. And I said, you have to be getting paid for it to actually be a porn star. And he said he was getting paid for them, and there's tons of them. So I feel like...
Today's case. A mother accuses her ex of hiding income and demands a higher child support payment. But here's the twist. She claims he's secretly earning money from adult films. And if that's not wild enough, she says she has proof. Filmed. Right in their own bedroom. Get ready for a fiery courtroom showdown. Will Judge Vonda B expose hidden cash? Or is this just a desperate grab for more money? Stick around because you won't believe how this case ends.
His business, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's almost close to 100,000, give or take, like maybe 10 to 15.
Okay.
So I feel like I get a measly $600 a month from him. I feel like
so
something's
that's how much
not right.
his child support is
Currently.
set at right now?
Yes.
Okay.
We went through mediation at the child support office.
Yeah.
So, but that was, you know,
How long ago was that?
He's 11, and I guess 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
he was little.
That has been a while. You've been way overdue for a modification for a number of reasons. So about this income, is what she's saying true? Does it include that?
Well, it's payment in one way or another.
Is a yes or a no?
No, ma'am, I'm not getting paid technically.
So that means you're lying and
so you're doing it for free? Well, you know what? Never mind. That's not my business. I'm sorry. That's not my business. So your business, where you do make the money, she's talking about the $100,000. Do you make $100,000?
No, ma'am. I have 85 to 90,000 on the high end on a good year.
Okay. All right. What is it that you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Mechanic. Okay. All right. So you said 90 on the high end.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, is there any way that we could subpoena his financial records for the porn thing?
Well, you can. I'm not going to do a subpoena on anything like that. I don't want to see it. Yeah, you can do that though. Yeah, if it exists, you can do that, you know, but subpoenas aren't free. So I hope you know exactly what it is that you're looking for.
Well, there's so many of them, and he told me that he's getting paid for them, and there's like thousands, not hundreds, thousands of DVDs with him in there on our bed.
I'll tell you what, once you find some sort of income, some paper trail that shows that, then if you were to bring it back in court, we could entertain it then. But as of today, unless you have some sort of proof that shows that he has income from that, and unless he tells me otherwise, I can't really go off of that. I can only go off of what he told me.
Let's break this down. She's accusing her ex of being a secret porn star, raking in cash on the side. But so far, it's no solid proof. And Judge Vonda B doesn't play. When it comes to wild claims without receipts, I mean, if he was making that kind of money, wouldn't he be a little more careful about hiding it? Something's not adding up. At the end of the day, the court needs more than just her word. So what's the move here? Should they subpoena his financial records? Or is she just fishing for a bigger payout?
Mom? And she's 11?
He is
11? He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work.
He admits to making up to $90,000 a year as a mechanic solid income, but not even close to the six-figure claim she's throwing around. And Judge Vonda B, she's not here for the drama. She wants cold, hard proof before even thinking about that allege. Adult film money. If it's real, where's the pay stub? The tax return, a direct deposit. Right now, this case is looking less like a cash scandal and more like a financial whodunit. Are there hidden earnings? ... Or just a suspiciously large DVD collection?
My rent's free, my food is free. I mean, my mom's a homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because you can, obviously you're able to work.
I'm able, but I don't want to.
And you should work, but again, that has nothing to do with me today. What we're going to do is talk about the modification of these numbers, all right? So your income has increased. It's increased about almost $400. So based on you saying that you receive about $90,000 on the high end, it brings your gross to about $7,500, which your net is $5,465.22. That would bring, well, health insurance. Who covers health insurance?
I do.
And how much is that?
It's $110 a month.
Okay, $110. So what I'm going to do is give you credit actually for the health insurance coverage for the child. So that would slightly bring your child support down. And monthly, yes, slightly. It's still expensive. $1,009.
Let's talk about this bombshell. She's not working, lives with her mom, and openly admits she's living off child support. But let's be real, child support is for the child, not a replacement for having a job. Judge Vonda B is clearly not amused. And honestly, if the roles were reversed, would this excuse even be taken seriously? Should parents be required to work if they're physically able?
If you get a job.
He would pay more if I got a job?
No, it would be more for the child if you got a job.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, no.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. I'm basing his child support increase off of what it is that he makes. Nothing
he
more.
Makes more than that.
Until you bring me something in here to show me that, that's what I'm going to base it off of. And again, you can work.
Can I say something?
No, ma'am. Only thing I need you to say is, Miss Vonda B, I'm going to go find me a job. That's all I want to hear. If it's anything else other than that, I'm not entertaining it. Pertaining to what I just said, do you have any questions?
Judge Vonda B lays down the final ruling: $93 a month in child support. She even points out that if mom got a job, their son could be getting even more support. But mom doesn't seem too focused on that. Instead, she's fixated on squeezing extra cash out of an unproven income source. So what's the verdict? Did Judge Vonda B make the right call? Or should she have looked harder into those alleged secret earnings?
On one thing.
What is it? Make it quick.
I promise you I'll make it quick. Let's say that you have a battery-operated vibrator.
You know what? We're done right there. We're done. Is there anything further
You're
from
about
you,
to
sir?
climax.
Okay. Well,
The batteries go out.
Okay, thanks.
That's him.
Okay, great. Let me tell you what we're going to do. You all are done, and if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
That's a wrap. Judge Vonda B kept it all the way real, raising child support based on verified income and shutting down those baseless accusations. But this case raises a bigger question. Should courts require parents to actively seek employment before asking for more support? And let's be clear, wild claims need real receipts. What's your take? Sound off in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more explosive courtroom drama. See you in the next one.